572-0383 and 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Hard Drive with the compliments of JJ's Mangrove, Rambali's Funeral Parlor, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome to Hard Drive for another week, another Monday. Today is the 4th of August, 2025. My name is Andre Paul, and the co-host of the show to my immediate right, none other than the lovely Keena. Keena, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How you doing? Good
I'm
morning
very well,
to our
very well.
listeners and viewers as well.
Yes,
I love that smile. I love to see that smile on your face.
Yes, no, I was
Me
just looking
too.
at you and I said, no cap. No cap, man.
Oh my
I think we
gosh.
all love it. We all love it.
Yes, I realize.
Yes, yes. So keep
I
it
will
going.
oblige.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Okay. Let's say good morning to Tony Paul. Tony, how you doing there, man?
I'm doing fine. Good morning, everybody. It is so nice to be back with you once again on another Hard Drive on Rev-Up St. Lucia. Notice how I'm facing, right? Facing the camera, and I'm giving Keena my back. you remember the old phrase? Talk to my back. My face is engaged.
I've never heard that.
Andre?
Yeah, talk to the hand. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I know the hand.
That's what I heard. You made that up or what?
Talk to my back. My face is engaged.
You engaging your brain by making up phrases right now?
Well,
Never
of course,
heard it.
for those of you who are there already, we are up to 20 on the live on Facebook. That's great. Tell Keena and Andre there's a saying. Talk to my back. My face is engaged.
I've only heard talk to my hand.
Talk to the hand. That's something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. I've never, well, I can always Google.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know if Google will have that. Maybe
I'm
it's a
sure
thing
they
that
will.
as kids, we just had that saying. Maybe somebody just threw that at me.
Yeah, but Tony, more importantly, why are you giving Keena your back?
That's just for starters.
He's just messing
More
around.
to come. The worst is yet to come. That's right.
Then she might get the hand.
Do it again.
Get the hand.
You didn't do it the right way. Andre, show him.
Me, I never give anybody the hand. I don't know about that. For true, I never give anybody the hand. I've never done that.
I've done it in school, but that's about it.
Oh yeah,
It's a youth thing. When you're young, the talk to my back, my face is engaged. That's a young. When you were kids, the girls would say that.
I've never heard of it.
Neither have I. Okay, so everybody had a nice weekend, I imagine.
Oh gosh, man.
yeah.
It's a long one.
Very
It's a
long.
long one.
I keep saying to myself this morning, well, why is it the weekend felt so special? what about the weekend that was special? Oh, and then I'm remembering, okay, Friday was a holiday. So it's like you partied. Maybe you did too. I'm sure we'll come to that. You partied Thursday night, Friday, the holiday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. So, wow, an extended partying weekend.
Yeah, and we've seen like over the last few months, we've had a lot of those.
Exactly.
In St. Lucia.
Right.
Yes.
Remember Carnival?
That's right.
Yeah, and in between, all holiday for this, holiday for that. Boy, in St. Lucia, where we nice thrice. What? How do you think? How do you feel about all these holidays? Don't you think a little too many?
No. I get to rest.
Yeah, but
I think we get to rest, mentally. Some of us are drained physically, others are mentally, depending on the job that they do. And the rest comes a long way. And not only that, if you have things to do around the house as well, where you don't get a chance to do it on weekends, then you can do it too.
All right. I just feel as though we're not producing with all these holidays. We're not producing anything. All right, there's no activity. Although, to be honest with you guys, I was really surprised that Massey was opened on Friday.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
I was too.
They were.
I know normally
Yes.
a day like that
That's
they
right.
usually close. I said,
That's right. That shocked me. So I'm thinking everywhere it's closed. You know what I mean? Then they say, but wait a second. Let me try Wintridge. I know Wintridge, which is now whatever name it is. Wintridge would usually be open. And they were open, and I'm going further, and I'm seeing Massey is open, like Clary Massey's. But then I'm going further to here, because I came here to do some work and stuff. This one is open.
yes, they were open.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, knowing you, Keena, you were just home, basically.
Yeah, I was just home.
There's no...
all weekend long?
Except yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just home.
So you had a time, yes.
You came out.
Yeah.
You came out.
I didn't go to do anything really. It was just
Totally.
maybe about 20 minutes.
Remember the days of Barnabas Collins?
Yes.
Where Barnabas only come out at nights.
You guys are so bad.
He was a vampire.
I should come out with my cape.
And you know who reminds me?
Imagine, Halloween is around the corner anyway. I'll maybe dress like a vampire and come with my cape and everything else.
Halloween,
But Donald Trump reminds me of Barnabas Collins,
I
He
know.
does. He
Yes,
keeps saying
with the
that,
cloak,
but
his cloak thing, and he walks
oh,
around.
and he does have it on, right? Yeah.
Now, you know what I remember, Tony, about Barnabas Collins? Something I've never forgotten, right? And I think I've instituted that in my life. Tell you what it is. Remember he had there's a girl, a lady called Josette?
Yes.
Josette?
Yes.
That was his love. He saw Josette. He fell in love with Josette. But he couldn't do anything about it because he's a vampire. There's nothing he can do. He can't, you know what I mean? He can't see her during the day. And he doesn't want her to know he can't see her during the day. So one time I think he couldn't help it, man. So he was making his little moves and thing, But he was a little reluctant and so on. And then I remember he was talking to this guy, his assistant. Remember he had an assistant,
Well,
Tony?
if you say the name,
I don't remember his name.
Okay.
He was the one who used to go dig the graves. Kind of thing. He said, well, why don't you just bite her, man? Just get her.
Right.
Just get her. Because when he bites you, you turn into a
vampire.
Yeah, you get to like him.
Yes.
I remember he said to the assistant, I wanted to come to me willingly. I'll always remember that. So it's my philosophy, man. Yeah, man. They must come to me willingly.
Not by force, not by might.
Not by force, but willingly.
I ain't trying
I
anything.
have to agree with that part too.
Yeah.
It must come to you willingly. Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel as the worst thing when you see you to me, I mean, I not only disagrees when you try anything by a lady and you see she's not really, really interested. Yeah, she's not interested. Now, some fellas, they're able to get through. Huh? Some
They're
guys
able to
do.
win them over,
Yeah, but I always wonder, is it the real thing? Because she wasn't really interested in the first place. She had a sight on something else or someone else. But somehow she gave in. So
Josette?
No. So you now, you in
generally,
general, I know you disagree
women
with them.
adore.
I know you think you should try something. You try a thing.
Yeah, you keep trying. if you're really, really
if
interested.
you're really interested, try.
But as a
until you
female,
succeed.
right? You're not interested. He's not your cup of tea. But he's persisting and so on. And what happens? What changes in the ladies that would cause them now to
Great question.
Yeah, I hope we get.
question.
Let's hope we get a
think
great answer.
For some women, it's the consistency in the man, and they see something that they didn't necessarily see when he first started, making attempts to get to know her. he's maybe shown a different side of them.
But what's important, Andre said, is that he's just not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
I
He
don't-
just
if he's not my cup of tea, he's not my cup of tea. Ain't no way. He's
So
got a
you wouldn't
chance.
change your
I
mind?
wouldn't change my mind.
Uh-huh.
No, if he's not, he's just
so
not.
no matter what, it's like, you know what I mean? He comes after you. He's showing personality. He's showing all the great stuff about, you know.
No, but I need to figure out why he's just not my cup of tea. And if I can't
So you-
figure it out, then I
ah.
wouldn't necessarily just waste his time or mine.
Mhm.
I wouldn't go down that road.
I remember there was a couple that got married down south, right? And I knew the couple, and we were talking one day. And I remember she was saying to me, the wife was saying to me, I was never really into him. But he kept trying, he was persistent, and I eventually gave in. Now they had a home and everything, beautiful home, they had a family, they had children and so on. And maybe about a good 10 years later, yeah, they broke up. Yeah, they divorced and everything.
This is very, very important. Just say this. We're on the air right now. Can you text me a little message? Let me know what's happening. This is Flo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'd really, really appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah. Folks, we have to explain because down south we've had some issues, internet issues since Saturday. I was down south, so I knew because I'm always monitoring. So I was monitoring. And by the time I got to, let me see, Miku, past Miku, I'm getting a little closer to the Monrepo area there. Well, Monrepo, yeah, Miku, Monrepo, etc., etc. I started noticing we were kind of picking up. Yeah, because we had the transmitter in the north, so the signal, of course, goes to a certain up to a certain point. Yeah, so I knew it was something to do with the south. So that's what's going on. So we apologize to our listeners down there. I got some messages this morning. Yeah, from our regular listeners saying that they can't get the station.
Around what time? Was it evening time?
Yeah,
Or
nighttime.
Evening time.
Yeah, nighttime.
Okay. And I wonder if it happened during the day.
Well, I'm not sure.
And I'll tell you why. Because at around, I won't remember what, 2:30 minutes to 3, we went off for a short while. And I spoke to Fire, said, Fire, we're off. And he was able to get it back on with a snap of a finger. All right?
Yeah.
And I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, but some things that are beyond us. For example, right now, Radio St. Lucia is back. I think they call it St. Lucia FM. And again, folks, you see, boy, this whole spectrum thing. You have the 97.3, 97.1. So right now, they're interfering with our signals. So some people are complaining and saying that we're having some issues. And they as well, Tony, are complaining that we are interfering with their
So
signal.
they have started.
Yeah.
Officially August 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emancipation Day.
Emancipation Day.
Yeah. So I know who's heading the organization.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So I don't know if the person wanted to say it, so I won't bother to say it. But we spoke on Saturday, and she actually said to me what was going on with the interference. So they're aware of it, that they're interfering with us and we are interfering with them. So the only solution, or I shouldn't say the only solution, the best solution now is to get our new frequency
Yes.
as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
We were told by the NTRC, ECTEL, at least by 3 months. Looks like we may head into a year.
Perhaps. Just this morning it crossed my mind, and I'm like, we got to probably go and sit with them and find out what's the delay. There's such a delay.
But I suspect, Tony, by virtue of the fact that we have that issue right now, 97.1, 97.3,
right,
they may probably speed it up.
Right.
They may probably speed it up because it is an issue.
Yes.
It is an issue.
Yes.
So again, we apologize to our listeners who are experiencing those issues because they send me the recordings. I can hear it. Something ain't quite right. Okay. Again, that whole spectrum thing, 97.1, 97.3, it's crazy. And plus now we're dealing with the French station. My gosh, man, I don't know why is it like that? Is it because there are too many stations or something? I don't know. That never happened before.
They're too close. Could be. And depending on where you are on island.
But don't you think that they would know that the things are close? Why you give me 97.1 when you know it's close to 97.3?
Or it could be a number of other reasons why it's happening, though. I'm not sure.
It's
but
not
they might
supposed
be
to
able
happen. It's really not supposed to happen.
Exactly.
Right. Because I don't know why it's happening here, but okay.
Maybe because
for
it's
example,
very healing.
New York, where I live.
Tony, station after station, one after the other.
Once you do that, next.
Yeah, next
Maybe
one.
because
None
of our
interfere with
terrain,
There's no
it's
leaking.
very hilly and stuff like that. A lot of hills and mountains and whatever. That could be a reason. And depending on where the towers are, I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Fire just said we're back in Viewport.
Super.
Oh, thank you, Fire.
All right.
Yes,
Super. Thank you, thank you.
I
Thank
just
you
saw
very
that.
much. Maybe that's what
pop
the guy was calling me to tell me as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, well, thank God. So those of you listening online and so on, hey, we're back. We're back.
Cooking with gas.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes.
Yes.
And it's amazing. Everything will be fine for 6 months, all right? The one time that it just, not just the listeners, you as working at it kind of bothers us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that one time.
Yeah, man. You just do not want to know any part of your broadcast is being affected.
Yeah.
You know, the more the merrier. You know what I mean?
And the
Exactly.
listeners really feel it too, because it's their heartbeat
Yes,
on a daily basis. So it's like, oh my
exactly.
gosh, I'm missing this, I'm missing that, I need it.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but the good thing, and I think it's some people, unfortunately, they have not moved on as yet. Let me just explain. When you love to listen to maybe a station on the radio, they, although we online, they have a difficulty going online. They can,
It's true.
Some
They
people
can,
just love the
but they
radio
just
no matter
prefer
what.
it.
It's something.
And it feels strange to them listening online.
It's different.
But I think we can safely predict in the not too distant future, FM radio will be no more. In the
Yeah,
not too
man.
distant future, it's going to be online.
In some countries,
Online.
it's no more actually. In some countries, it's no more. It's DAB plus or DAB.
Yeah, it's
They're using right
online radio is going to be it.
Yeah.
It's going to be it in the near future.
Yeah.
Near future. What you see today? What you see?
It's so hard to to digest.
Yeah, to say goodbye.
No FM. So like how we faded AM radio.
Exactly. Well said.
Yeah, it's like wow. Then you just fade out FM. So it's all online. Everything you have, your phone and you're online, and maybe it's a better thing.
Yeah, the vehicles are going to become equipped
vehicles
with the
It's
technology.
DAB plus and DAB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's online.
Yes, because the disadvantages are just too many with FM. Okay, it's the most expensive element of a broadcast station to deal with this FM thing, because you're dealing with so many hills and
And
mountains
the quality
so
is so
on.
much better than FM
online,
as well.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
online.
So much
And the
better.
quality was so much better on FM than AM. Remember that?
Yes. So,
By the way, are you in the AM era, Keena? Are you? Wow!
I made move.
Wow! No, but she's supposed to be.
I can't remember.
She's supposed
I
to
think
be.
So yeah, man.
AM, nah.
Some stations still had AM back in the day, in the 80s.
When you grew up,
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Can't remember which ones, but they do. My mom, they were listening to radio, so most
but not
likely.
you.
Well, if they're listening, obviously I'm around. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, before we get into what happened on the weekend, Emancipation Day, let me just remind our listeners and viewers of the Tomaso bread place today. There are a lot of good stuff there, boy, today. Stewed turkey wings, baked chicken, vegetable chow mein, saffron rice, ground provisions, lentils, and tossed salad. There's a lot happening there
That's
today.
a lot. That's
A lot happening there today. So I guess, as my grandfather used to say, choose your choice. So stewed turkey wings, just saying the word stew. Sounds so delicious.
Love me some stew. Let me
Yes.
tell
And
you
every
that.
time you speak
Stew.
about food, I remember your grandmother saying finger cutting.
No, that's for the fried chicken. That's for the fried chicken. Yeah. Finger cutting, yes.
Oh, geez.
So, and she used to give us a little story. She used to say that she used to be with her husband in Aruba. Aruba was a name you hear regularly, because they used to work in Aruba. And she said that maybe her husband's friends would come over. Papa's friends would come over, and in a minute she would just go and just whip up this
something.
thing, the chicken legs and so on. And the fellas are killing that thing, man. And then she say, finger cutting.
I agree with the lady. KFC had finger licking. It has its
I
finger
agree.
Cutting.
No.
That's right.
What was KFC around in her era?
Yeah,
No, was it?
You
Okay.
I must tell you as in that. Have that as a logo. Finger cutting.
Good one. Tomaso bread, please.
Finger cutting good. Finger cutting good. So it's stewed turkey wings, baked chicken, vegetable chow mein, saffron rice, ground provisions, lentils, and tossed salad. And of course, the usual sea moss flavors, including coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flaxseed and chia seeds. All right, all happening at the Tomaso bread place. Now, how was your weekend? Yeah, what did you guys do for Emancipation? How was that for you? Anything?
Don't me.
You see? Yeah. Anthony, you, I guess, same thing?
My Friday was ridiculous for us.
What did you do?
The guys played football a little earlier. I didn't play. I couldn't wake up for 7:00. So we decided to do our little Friday thing a little earlier, because every Friday in the evening time, 7:00, we do our thing. So we decided to do it a little earlier since football had already played, and so we're gonna be all right. The fellas started about 4:30 at my place, right? 4:30 in the afternoon. We never left there till about 2:30 next day.
What?
I swear to you. Were you out, or you came back in on, let's say it was a Friday night into Saturday morning?
Well, Friday, remember I was at Dax on Friday.
So when you came back home, obviously
you guys were still up. Yeah, you guys were still up.
What time you got home?
I got home like after midnight.
After midnight.
Yeah, probably between 12:30, somewhere around there.
Still there making noise.
Yes, and noise, a lot of noise. I say, boy.
Your neighbors must be used to that right now, right?
Let me tell you, I don't know about being used to it, I swear. But for the Sunday, what we did was we stayed on the field yesterday, the football field, and for me that works fine. I think the guys love it too. So we just may stick with that on the Sunday for the Sunday. So that's what we did. Saturday was the usual. How you spend that with your
significant other.
That's for sure. Yes, that's for sure. Speaking of which, big shout outs. The Thursday night, because we did it Thursday night as well. Let me just say this quickly. Went to Hardest Hard, met Evelyn. Evelyn, hi, good morning to you, your husband, and the children.
Oh, yes, morning,
All
Evelyn.
right.
Boy, she has a daughter who looks just like her.
That's right.
She comes to the gym. I'm like, what, boy?
Okay.
Spitting image of her mom.
Yes, man. So there were some people that they had this band party. The band usually win Juve every single year. You aware?
You mentioned that last Monday.
Okay. Oh gosh, Monday. Today is Monday. Gosh. Okay. Wow. Anyhow, met a few people there. Bull, Julian Cauldron, met him there. I told him it was really good to see him. So big shout out to Bull. What's up? Also met Arthur Gerard.
Oh yes, right. Yes.
That's
How's he
right.
doing? He's all right.
He's doing well.
Okay.
When I say Arthur, what's happening, man? He say, "Hey, what? The only place I see you is on my TV." I'm like, great. That means you're a fan. You know what I mean?
DBS. I
maybe
imagine.
DBS. Maybe it's Facebook and whatever. But of course, yes. So Arthur and a few other people that I met. So you guys know yourselves. Good morning to you. Thank you for the love that you show to us and all that, all of that. And your Sophia DeMille, your classmate.
Of course.
That's right. Big time shout out to Sophia DeMille.
Yes, morning, Sophia.
Right? She is home these days, so she's listening, and she says she's listening all the time.
Thank you, Sophia.
That's right. So we got to give a big shout out to her. And to anybody else that I forgot, hey, big shout out to you as well.
Alrighty. Well, Tony and Keena and our listeners and viewers, I was just, embroiled with Gaza. Just saw my entire Emancipation Day. I was watching a lot of what's going on there, and there was an interesting thing that happened. Remember, there was a ship that had set sail for Gaza to deliver food and medicine and diapers and this sort of thing, and they were stopped by these really defense forces. Okay, that was the Madeleine. Now, after the Madeleine was stopped, and remember, Greta Thunberg was also part of that mission. They basically deported her, etc., etc. Israel is not playing. So now there's this Handala, right? That set sail, doing the same thing. Now these ships now being people who are people of some means in terms of the influence in their countries, either financially and otherwise. These people are part of that mission. So the Handala was stopped again, right? That ship was stopped as well. I've seen video of it. And something interesting happened. There was a black guy. His name is Chris Smalls. He's from New York. Okay, I think he had started some union. I can't remember exactly what's the name of the union, but he's a black fella. And of course, he was detained as well with the others. The Israeli Defense Forces gave him the hardest time of all. They gave him a rough time. They really roughed him up. He was speaking on ABC News. I watched that, and he was saying all what happened to him. And since it wasn't a secret, people knew what had happened, and they interviewed him. And he was saying he can't understand how, this according to international law, you're allowed to bring aid to people who are suffering. And in that particular case, they bring in, I said to you, baby food, diapers, medicine. That's what they're bringing there. And Israel stops them every time. So you can't take it to Gaza. Can't do it.
You just want the people to suffer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Children, like you keep saying that, children,
Babies.
and women,
Babies.
babies, you know.
The BBC showed a report. A two-year-old girl and her father. And he had two other children, a boy and a girl, but I think the others were like 12 and 13, somewhere around there. So they all walking together. And while they were walking, the Israeli army fired shots at them. The shots hit the baby. Baby died instantly. Hit the father as well. The father, you could see the father on the ground next to the baby, and he's telling the other two children to run. Run, don't stay, run. No, he's already seen that the baby is dead. And in his last few moments, he takes his arm and reaches out to the baby by resting his arm on the baby. And they both die there. That's a report that they showed on the BBC.
As a form of, he was comforting.
Yes, he
Even
just
in his last.
Imagine you as a father. You want to protect your children.
Yeah.
You're shot. You're helpless. There's nothing you can do about it at that particular point in time. He just rests his arm on the little baby, and the baby. You know, the Israeli Defense Forces, what they do? They fire shots at the children's groin. Whether male, female, that's where they fire the shots. Either there, your kneecap, your head. Oh man, they're not
they
playing.
fly away. They're gonna.
They're not
take you
playing.
out.
They're not playing. They're not playing. Those people. If somebody had told me that Israel would have been that kind of nation, I would never believe it. Never.
Yeah.
But it's happening, you know. And so that's what I did with my emancipation. I was watching all that stuff. Okay, now we got troubles there in St. Lucia, some real troubles, and I want us to go there on something which I know is of serious concern to the public. There are two cases that St. Lucians are very familiar with. I'll tell you which ones. The 2018 murder of Kimberly De Leon. Do I need to remind you all of that incident? What happened? Okay, I'm sure we all know.
Shot at her
In fact, let me just not take it for granted that we all know.
I agree.
Okay, so in 2018, Kimberly De Leon's body was found at her residence on the Mon. So she was killed, and she's married to, all I could say, she's married to a police officer.
at the time of
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And the other one is the 2013 death of Shakadan Daniel. And Shakadan Daniel was at the Miku police station at the time, and he was taken in there for whatever reason. I don't remember exactly what the reason was, but all we need to know is that he didn't walk out. He wasn't able to walk out because, according to the to the report by the pathologist, he was killed. Okay, putting it bluntly, he was killed while in there. So, the police commissioner.
We must remind that it was first said that he committed suicide.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much, Tony. Yes, so he allegedly committed suicide. That's what the police said at the time, and only to find out later that he was killed while he was in there. Okay? Right. Now, I actually saw this online. I saw it about the police commissioner saying that pieces of evidence have disappeared. Imagine up to yesterday I was talking and saying, maybe that's fake news, right? I just said to myself, maybe that's fake news. That couldn't be. There's no way that could be, because especially in the case of Kimberly De Leon, that's been there for a while. In fact, I remember the last update was that the evidence was with forensic lab overseas, and that's why it was taking so long, because we had to wait our turn. You understand? Because, the only ones where this thing is being done at the time there, right? So we have to wait our turn. So that's the last I remember. And then now we're hearing about Shakar and Daniel. What they're saying now, the noose that was found around his neck, the noose is gone missing. That's a vital piece of the evidence. Okay, so that's that. And in the case of Kimberly De Leon, they said key pieces of evidence, right, cannot be found. The evidence is crucial, right, to the closure of this particular matter. So, I mean, this is just crazy. This is crazy. You know why it's even more crazy? Because it's following on the heels of Tyson and the suspicious circumstances under which Tyson was found dead. All right? So, according to the police, autopsy samples from the postmortem, I think there's another name for it.
Tyson?
Yeah, Tyson. But I'll get back to the other one. I'm just saying that's leading up to that particular, the latest news right now is that the autopsy samples are now with a lab, right? Or the lab. I'm assuming in St. Lucia. And of course, that will confirm a little later exactly the cause of death of Tyson. So the police also announced that they're going to be having a send-off for Tyson, sort of funeral service for the fallen comrade, right? I listened to the police commissioner, and at least they have to be honest with the public and say what's going on, right? I don't want to be in his shoes, to be honest with you.
I don't want to be in his shoes
I mean,
either.
him having to disclose what he had to disclose there, that took a lot of strength.
It took a lot of strength and knowing how shameful it can be
Uh-huh.
on the reputation of the
Of the
Royal
force.
Police. It took a lot of courage for him to be open and honest about it.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
that, but imagine that happening under his watch.
Yeah.
Well, and he wasn't even there when these two cases,
No.
you know, and he wasn't there.
Well, he wasn't
so
he wasn't police commissioner.
a police commissioner
Yeah.
at the time, but now having that information, trying to get to the bottom of it and finding that out, that's not only shocking, that really does something within the ranks of the police force.
It really, really does.
It really does.
It doesn't look good.
And to the
It doesn't
families
look
who have been waiting for justice, pleading, you saw Kimberly DeLeon's mom time and time again in the news begging for answers. It's taking so long. And sometimes that's what that really gets me. Families are on television all the time, begging, literally going back and forth to the police, begging. Did it have to take so long? Really? Did it?
And let's put Shaka and Daniel in there as well, because
Yeah.
remember his father and his mother constantly.
And he was 22 or in his early 20s when that happened too.
Constantly on our television screens, and to the point where Tony, and I know you know him very well. I knew him well. The father actually passed.
Yeah.
Before he
Yes.
actually, got justice for his son.
Sometimes I wonder if it's him grieving for so long that,
Maybe.
led to his early
Maybe.
demise.
Who knows?
Because it will take a toll on anyone,
Yeah.
But I'm just, I have no doubt that Verngard is going to do what he has to do to ensure that, because he's a no-nonsense person, and he said that time and time again, that there's certain things he will just not stand for, he will not put up with. And I think they're going to get to the bottom of it.
He said that
anything, they will get to the bottom of it.
he said that they're not deterred and that they will continue to investigate and so on, but without crucial pieces of evidence to link
To link someone to
the
missing.
the murder in both cases
In
there.
both
In both
cases,
cases. I mean, wow, boy. St. Lucia, boy. Monsieur,
And
I really, and I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Will
it
they
goes
find
back
out?
to
Will they
people
find out?
just not trusting the system altogether.
Yeah.
Because if you have key pieces of evidence, cases that have been in the news constantly for years going missing, just imagine someone listening or hearing this. What assurances do they have?
And people are already having trust issues with the police. And when I say trust, let me explain what I mean when I say trust. They have a hard time believing the police. Okay? They trust the police as far as maybe response. If they have an issue, they trust the police will most likely, not in all circumstances, respond to their concerns, right? You call the police, listen, somebody's threatening my life, or I have an issue here, the police most likely will respond to that. That's a separate trust.
Yeah.
But when the police comes out and explains things, and I'm just wondering, albeit it's Commissioner Gard, do they believe him?
That's the thing.
I'm sure they do.
That's the thing.
What makes you say that?
Right.
Because there's something different about Commissioner Gard. And I think from the onset when he got the position, he always said that he's one for honesty. And he will not stand on the sidelines and just let anything happen, even as it relates to criminal activity, and telling the police do what they have to do to ensure that the criminals are brought to justice. I mean, you've heard that time and time again, but when there's something different, real different about Verngard, and I think St. Lucians do trust him. And if he has anything to do exactly what he says, he will try to do his best to give us answers. I think he's going to do that.
Remember, there's another case as well, involving a senior member of the police force, which they are looking into. And from what he said, it doesn't seem as though there's much to go on in terms of prosecuting the police officer over allegations of harassment, sexual this and that and the other. whatever it is, right? That's another one again.
And the other thing too, we've heard it several times that people are afraid to speak up, and as much as the ones that injustices were done to them, they are just afraid to speak up because they do not know what's going to happen to them. There's fear there,
Trust issues.
and trust issues as well. And that's something we really need to begin to bring to the fore and say, you know what, enough is enough in all corners of our society. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And if I know someone that may have done someone wrong, stand up against it. Because if we support that person and we continue to just let things happen and slide, that's just going to become a bigger problem, and society will have to deal with the fallout of it eventually.
But are we? Let me ask you all: are we satisfied with the explanations that are being given? For example, in the case of the senior police officer, whatever reason was given, I remember there was some press conference, and apparently there's nothing much there, or they have to continue looking for more evidence and this and that. I'm not satisfied with the explanation. I'm not satisfied with what's going on there with the Kimberly De Leon. I when I listen to the police commissioner, I'm not feeling like I'm getting information. I know he may say he doesn't have information or have sufficient information, but I'm still not satisfied. It's like there's a problem and we don't quite know what the problem is. Look at the thing there with Tyson. Okay, I'm still not satisfied.
There is a problem within
I feel
the
like
ranks
something
of the police force.
is lacking. Something is you're not getting everything you're supposed to be getting. Just very little bits, and it's almost like, okay, well, there's nothing much we can do now. Well, I guess we just gotta move on, right? Because if you're talking about the noose that was found in Shakadan Daniel's neck, and that cannot be found, that means there's, how do you trace this thing? That's a key piece of evidence, and that's gone.
But
and key pieces of evidence in the Kimberly De Leon case as well. Yeah. Key pieces of evidence gone.
You know how things work, and we hear this time. Sometimes it happens, Andre. If these individuals may have done something, whether it be to Shakadan, whoever is behind it, Kimberly, whoever took the evidence and got rid of it, there will come a time there will be no place to hide. There will come a time that the very thing that they choose to get rid of, they will be found. Because when you hide like this over and over, and you hide behind something and they have people supporting you and doing these things, it's going to blow up eventually. And when it does, best believe you better be ready to face the consequences of it.
I don't know about that.
No,
Keena, I hear you.
do believe,
I hear you.
Because
you know what? You remember O.J. Simpson and that infamous knife that has never been found? Never been found.
What happened to OJ years later? How did his life turn out?
Yeah, he was cool.
He was cool.
Yeah, one time I saw him taking a grind, on a lady. And hey, ma, thank you, Jesus. That's what he said.
That's what you see out there, but you don't know what happens in the background. But I hope that the individuals, whoever is behind it, like, where's your conscience? Like, seriously, like, where really is your conscience? Why would you do something of that sort?
Like, get rid of some key evidence?
Yeah.
Because you can. And as long as you can, you will, so that you can get away.
Think of it, Tony. Think of it.
Their parents
evidence is somewhere.
Justice.
It has to be somebody who has, just like the case there with Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has access to those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Even tell me you're all inside there doing your internal investigations. You have no idea.
Do we do lie detector tests in St. Lucia?
I don't think so,
We should start bringing
I don't think so.
And round them up. If not.
Mm-hmm. But here's the problem.
What's the problem?
You could refuse.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And it's not
Make it
it's not 100%.
mandatory
Right. It's not 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they don't even use that in court. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Because they could make a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or some people can lie pretty good.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. With a straight face.
Yeah,
Look at the Tyson thing, man. Right? And they make it seem as though it's so complicated, right? I guess you might hear that just now too. A key piece of evidence in Tyson case there that's gone missing as well.
I don't think so.
You'll hear that next.
I don't think so.
Right? Monsieur boy, you mean to say that system inside is so free up, so free up that people can just go inside there and just tamper with evidence. Nobody have a key to the evidence room.
Exactly.
You don't have a key.
So that's
Nobody's
the thing.
there's no cameras there.
Exactly.
See what's happening?
Exactly.
It's, after all, come on, man. In
That's a
this
good
day and
point.
age,
Andre, the only thing I would add to that, what you've said, is I'm with you 100% that it's almost unacceptable, the answers that we got.
Yeah, you don't feel satisfied,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
According to your old partner, what satisfaction you get?
Yes, it feels
You
like,
don't see your lapo.
yeah.
You don't see your lapo.
Because there's always
No
somewhere
wonder.
to trace. There's always,
Exactly.
yeah.
Evidence must be all over the place.
if I was the commissioner
No
right
wonder.
now, I'll put cameras in every corner of the police stations in St. Lucia.
Well, say that to the Minister for National
And
Security.
Every inch of that police station, every police station on island should have cameras in there,
And let me tell you something. Say that
including the evidence room.
to the St. Lucia, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. The problem with that, yes, it's true. Maybe we may never find out, but it brings the lack of trust. Right, gets even worse now. For members of the St. Lucia Police Force. Unfortunately, people see, oh, okay, I don't trust them fellas, boy. And people already of that opinion.
Yeah.
That ain't looking good
Yeah.
at all,
Yeah.
man. That ain't looking good at all. The optics of that.
Mm-hmm.
Optics, man.
Mhm.
Give me
It's
a
not, it's not a
much
good
so,
look
very
on
much
the
what?
Mm-mm.
You talking about a murder of an innocent lady, the murder of a young man. I don't know what he did, and he ended up at the station there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this to
Like the
Commissioner
death
Carr
means nothing.
and the members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. If you truly want to regain St. Lucian's trust, this is the time to prove it. Leave no stone unturned. This is your time to prove that we can trust you.
Yeah, they were like the police commissioner says that will not deter them. You don't have the evidence. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Deter you. What else can you do?
Mm.
Right? Because what he's saying, in other words, we will not give up. We will find some way to get around it and so on. I guess he has to say something. He has to say something. I guess.
That must have been, he took a lot of courage to come out and say that, though.
Boy.
But that's tough.
And I imagine in the room there was a deafening silence.
Yes, after, yeah.
Silence in that room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have people there who are members of the press.
Yes.
Silence. They're like, wow. People probably they're freaking out.
And just like me right now, you see how silent I am?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wow. That's all I'm thinking. Wow. You see? You know?
And right now, all I could just remember are the images of Kimberly De Leon's mom on television in tears and
Yes.
Jacqueline's
She has an aunt-
father pleading as well.
She has an aunt as
And the
well who
family
was
just
remember, I don't know if you watched, there's an aunt of hers who was, I know the aunt. I know her very, very well. Yeah, she was on the case of the police a lot, man. And she'll
So-
say stuff both public and private.
All those years, Andre, those were sisters?
Oh,
The aunt and Kimberly's mom?
yeah, of course.
All my life, I know them too. All
Yeah.
my life, I'm thinking those were just friends, very, very close friends. So they're sisters.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
These are people's lives, may say, right? I just harken back to that incident in Grosley where those 3 little children were standing on the side of the road there, just leaving school, and some person driving a truck just mowed the 3 children down. That case went on for probably 20 or more years, somewhere around there, right? The family had just given up. They just given up. They were not even attending the court sessions,
Why
except
does it take
one
so
person.
long, boy?
Except one person, the grandfather of one of the children. He kept going, and in the final analysis, that case was just dismissed. So 3 little lives lost for nothing. For nothing.
Lucian
20
phrase,
years
nothing
of
for
walking
that.
up and down to
Yeah.
the courts and nothing coming out.
As I
of it.
speak there, Yaslin's mom
Mom.
was in a bus, a minibus at the time, and there was an accident. The lady died. It's been years now. Years. They cannot get justice. And you could hear all what kind of things that are coming up now. It is the time you file a case. All kinds of things. You all know the person's supposed to file case in a certain. Inform them. Tell them. Listen. Do this now. Don't take these things lightly. When you see we don't have a passion for something, that's the worst thing ever. That ought to bother you. I've read cases there in the U.S. where police officers were so bothered by a case, they never gave up on it,
Never gave up.
Cold case or not, they on that thing until they resolve it because they're so angry. people just lives like mean nothing. So now the family has to find some way to get compensation for the death of their mother. You think that's right? They have to be fighting a system? I hope, when we have maybe next few years, we have a government maybe that's serious about justice, right? And not just putting a justice minister there simply because you want to have a justice minister. Somebody who has a passion for those things and against injustice. A no nonsense person. Too many of those things, man. These people's lives like it means nothing. They'll just die and no big deal. We just moving on. Anyway.
We're about to move on?
Yes, we'll have to move on. We have to move on. The big case there, the LGBTQ plus rights in terms of anal sex between I guess males. Yeah, between males. Now folks, let's keep something in mind. It is still unlawful for you to mess around with somebody against their will. Okay? Whether it's whether you rape a female, you rape a male, it's that part is unlawful. But consenting males who choose to do the thing in the privacy of their home, they don't have to worry about being prosecuted. Now, it's not that the system was making an issue of it, but I think the fact that it was on the books.
It was on the books. It had to be removed.
It had to be removed. Now, I know some people are against that. As a matter of fact, the attorney for ECAD, that's the Eastern Caribbean Alliance for Diversity and Equality. Boy, she said that the government put up a ferocious fight. Yeah, she said at every corner, they fought it. In other words, that it remains. It remains there. Okay? So we have to give them their kudos for fighting it. But, I mean, I don't know, let me get your take on this particular matter. Here's how I feel. That if one group can have the freedom to enjoy themselves, to do something that is considered to be immoral, right? And I'm talking about fornication, that we have the right to fornicate, and nobody's supposed to come and arrest me for my fornication. The same thing should apply. We cannot pick and choose what we want. If we were setting the example and saying, okay, and there's some countries that do it. Some countries take this thing very, very seriously. You're not allowed, if you're caught having premarital sex, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
You've got some big problems in some Arabian South, these Arab nations or Muslim nations. Like in Afghanistan, man, boy, you caught doing that, boy, you're in serious trouble.
Yeah.
But that's there, right? But the laws are clear, right? You're not supposed to engage in premarital sex. You're not supposed to engage in anal sex, male. But we cannot have a situation where we enjoy ourselves, those of us who have the liberty to have our premarital sex, and somebody else who wants to do something, and sin is sin. So that's my take. That's my take. Now, let me just put a little proviso there that I do not support it. I don't support the act. You understand? But the person has their right to enjoy themselves the same way I have my right to enjoy myself. So that's my take.
You want me to go first? Okay, no problem. For me, yes. Whatever you do in the privacy of your bedroom has absolutely nothing to do with me, as far as I'm concerned, or anyone else. This is your private life. This is what you choose to do. Honestly, I am kind of happy that they sort of free it up, make it legal now. What two men do in their bedroom, that's their business. Like you, Andre, the act is a problem.
I'm against the act.
I have a problem with the act.
I'm against it, to be honest with you.
Yes. I honestly do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's our take.
Here, it's what people do in the comfort of their homes and in their bedrooms. That's their business, right? But I understand why they push to get it off the books. And if you could push to get that off the books, there are other laws there that are pretty much outdated. Let's do the same for the other laws.
Agree. You want to identify anything in particular now that you mentioned that?
Not right now. I'll go deeper into it tomorrow.
All right.
Because if we could do that for that law, there are many other laws in our books that are outdated. We should do the same.
Okay.
Of course, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But keep in mind that according to what Ms. Snack said, that the government put up a fight, boy. They wanted to keep that there.
You said that the government.
Yeah.
St. Lucian government.
Yes, the national government. They're the ones who make the laws. They're the ones who can change it.
So maybe is it just in St. Lucia?
That this issue,
Yes.
well, the case was heard here, and I don't know how it stands because there's some other Caribbean countries that already took that off the books already.
Really?
Guyana
Yeah,
already did
yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
Or they're thinking of doing it or something. There's some others that
I
are
didn't
taking
realize that. I thought it was like a Caribbean
No,
thing.
no. Some
Just
countries have
Saint
moved
Lucia.
on already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure which other countries have moved on, but I know for sure that some have already. Not all, but some have already. But in this particular case, there we know we're speaking about St. Lucia in the context of St. Lucia. So and the government put up a good fight,
Okay.
But the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court said NABRED. Okay.
The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court
Yes.
Yeah.
say no way.
Yeah. No way. You have to remove it.
To remove it.
Yeah, because it's hypocritical, Tony. It's just hypocritical. You can't, have one. It's let's say, for example, in St. Lucia, you have people who enjoy their alcohol, right? You enjoy your alcohol. You want to free up the alcohol and have a great and wonderful time. Somebody wants to smoke their weed. You want to fight that? And I remember one person said to me, "Oh, if we allow it, that we're just making things worse." They said, "But partner, but you enjoying your alcohol. You have that right. So why you want to take that right from somebody else?" He said, "No, but that just makes it worse." Yeah. In other words, now you have the alcohol problem and now you have a marijuana problem. That kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And some people as well, Tony and Keena, they don't like to change their mind on those kinds of things.
No.
They stick to their position no matter what. Some of them, their famous words, "Not in my time." In other words, that ain't changing. While I have the authority and the power, that ain't changing. Not in my time. That'll be somebody else. There are people like that. I'm to be honest with you, I'm glad that I try not to be like that. I'm always open, right, and see. Okay, let's see how we can evolve, right? Okay, just a quick thing before we get into the shout-outs. I think this is important. I got a voice note on my phone, and I was asked to share it with Tony and Keena. I'm bringing it up now because there was a case there in Jamaica where a guy, it happens quite frequently in Jamaica, I find, and Guyana as well. A guy, a 68-year-old gentleman, they found him hanging from a mango tree in his yard. We don't know exactly what's going on with him, as always. I've spoken to people already who have had suicides in their family, and they tell you, we had no idea. We had no idea. I remember there was one particular case. It was a guy, I think he was a soca artist, if I remember well. I think in the Bardini area there.
Oh, years ago. That's
right. Remember that
ago.
guy? And he was a good singer. And people are saying that the guy was actually at a party the night before having a nice time.
He was a barber too.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Who.
Yeah, he was a good singer. I forgot his name.
I can't remember.
He's a soca artist.
Yeah,
And then
with
he
locks and stuff.
right,
I
yeah.
can't remember.
But the following day, they said people were shocked that the guy had committed suicide. This seems as though like they figure one last hurrah, have a nice time, but they're going through issues. So the voice note we got this morning was a friend of ours, one of our regular listeners. We say good morning to her. Her brother who was I think bipolar. She said, I guess he just couldn't deal with it anymore, and he took his life. I think he drank a poisonous substance. Yeah.
When I got the voice note, I had to do a double take and ask Andre if it was meant for me. And I'm saying this just remembering listening to it. And it was tough to listen to. I cried. I cried. And
Really?
now that Andre...
The voice note that Andre sent to you?
Just hearing a voice on the situation, because he was bipolar for 17 years. And though he had, basically what she was saying in the voice note is that though he had the family's support and he had everything, he still took his life. But what is it that we have to understand is that when someone takes their life, a lot of people say, oh, they're weak. No, they're not weak. These people who get to that point have gone through everything that you possibly can, and they're trying to hold it together. And maybe they might feel like, hey, for him, in his case, I don't know what he was going through at that time, but it's like, people don't truly understand what bipolar disorder is, and we need to do research, or just a mental illness on the whole, and to know how it affects these individuals' lives. They're never the same, even when they're on medication. Especially with bipolar disorder, they constantly have racing thoughts. There's so much happening in their world, and even though they have family members who love and support them, they're not the same. No, every day is like a cycle of that repeated cycle all over again. Sometimes they might be with you, Tony, and we're sitting here and they're thinking, oh, who's Tony? I don't know who Tony is. They might, so many things are going through their mind. They're in the supermarket, they're hearing voices while they're shopping. So many things are happening. So maybe it was a relentless cycle for him, and it was very, very exhausting. And maybe at the time he just couldn't reach out. But to anybody who has lost a loved one to suicide, I do not know what you're going through, but just remain prayed up. And if you have a loved one who has a mental condition, don't give up on them. Just keep supporting them. And if you have a mental condition as well, and you're going through a tough time, if your family members are there for you, if your family members are very supportive, I know it's gonna be tough, I know it might be, don't say, you know what, I do not want them to bear this burden as well and take your life. Reach out to them, please. Reach out to them and let them know that you're having a tough day, because when you're gone, they too, a part of them is gone, and they're never the same. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your family. Reach out. That voice note really, really did something to me this morning.
I kind of picked that up now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you were saying something a while ago, Keena, that people say that they're weak. I am of the contrary opinion. I think it takes a lot of strength to take your life. You're strong. It's just that they're using it, I guess, in a negative way. I've thought about it already, to be honest with you. I've thought about what would it be like if I were to take my life. Not that I was going to do it, but I've thought about it already. And I just have to say to myself 1,000 times, no. It's like I can't even begin to bring myself to get to that point. I guess maybe I'm too much of a coward. So to me, people who can take their lives, you're strong. You have to be strong to do something like that. But it's just unfortunate that they're using that strength now in a negative way. That takes a lot of strength to do something like that.
Yeah.
To take your own life, man. There's a video I have of a guy, I think it's still on my phone. The guy's at the train station. He's just walking around looking normal. And the train is heading now in his direction. He was like he had planned that already. He just jumped in front of the train.
Yeah, it's usually planned.
To do those kinds of things. So it definitely, there's some mental issues taking place there. But we're really sorry to hear about that one particular situation, not only in Jamaica, but our friend.
Right.
And let me just tell you, see the bipolar issue? I know Kanye West has that problem. Mike Tyson, Bobby Brown, those people, they've come out with it and said that they're going for those. Yes, a lot. It's very, very common.
And
very, very
the
common.
sad thing is that we have a tendency, now that you mentioned Kanye West, even when he's acting up, we have a tendency to make fun of him. But mental illness is not something that we should be making fun of.
Yeah.
There he is at it again, and and he should be on his meds. And I will repeat, even when these individuals are on meds, the thoughts are still there. If you do your research, if you find out from them, if you speak to them, the thoughts of them, whatever it is, whatever they see, it's always there. Some of them are just become like robotic. They're like into themselves. They don't really, depending on the medication they're taking. But it's really, really tough for anyone that's going through that. If you have someone, or know whether it be a friend, a loved one, support them the best way you can. Never, ever give up on them. And most importantly, we have a tendency to let hours go by. Sometimes days go by without checking on our loved ones, especially when they're going for that. Don't let that happen.
I would agree with you there, Keena, 100%. So again, our friend, who we know is listening, we're very sorry to hear about your brother's situation. I know it must be tough for the family to handle that sort of thing. Yeah. And you know how we are already. We do not understand those things. We tend to look at people like, something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
And I think,
Let me just add quickly that, yes, according to Andrea and Keena, to that friend, that listener that we know, and we really appreciate you, and appreciate you sending us how you feel about this. This is really, really something that when I listened to it too, I was like, wait a second, is this for real? and I think towards the end, she said, send it to myself and Keena. So that's when I realized, well, wait a second, this is real. This is,
and not only that, too, she actually said, let us know what she's dealing with. And I don't know if you want to say your name. I'm not going to say.
Right.
But I'm thinking about you and your family, and I'm going to continue praying for you guys because I know it's really, really tough. And I'm so sorry that you're dealing with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we got to get into the shout-outs?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's go with the WhatsApp. As always, go with the WhatsApp platform shout-outs. First off, coming in, I like to put it this way. The first person who sent us a message this morning is Alexander Jean-Pierre, but he sent a voice note. That's the guy from Choiseul, right?
Okay.
And I can't play the voice note, Alexander, so maybe next time you send a little something that we will be able to read for you, okay? All right. Because he got accustomed to sending me a voice note on Saturday morning old school jams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. So, happy birthday to me. That is Pius Snappy.
Hey,
yeah, man.
celebrate his birthday today.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, Pius, happy birthday to you, my friend.
Happy birthday, Pius.
Yeah, and I think, Tony, since we came on, he's been shouting us every day, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Every day.
So, Pius, man, all the best to you. Happy birthday. I think I've met him, Tony. I think I've met him. I think I met him at Country Western Dance at the
Market.
The market. I believe that's him.
I think so too. He's the friend of our friend. That's we haven't seen him send a message for me. I haven't seen him send a message for a little while. Nikki.
Oh, okay.
I think they hang out together. I think at our anniversary, the two of them were there together and so on.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I met him.
So
I'm
Pius,
talking about meeting, Tony. I forgot to mention that. I forgot meeting on Saturday. I was playing at the court in Labrie, and guess who came up to me? And the person said to me, "You don't recognize me, do you?" I said, "No, that's Joella."
Hey, Joella Yard.
Joella Yard. That's
But
right. So
get
she's here.
this, she's not only here, she's back.
Guess who's back?
Oh, really? She commented on
Back
Facebook.
again.
Oh, she did.
That's
Guess
right.
who's
So
back?
we'll get
Guess
to
who's
that.
back?
All
Guess
right.
who's back?
Yes,
Jojo.
yes. Yeah, it was a real pleasure meeting her. And Tony, actually, her daughter is the one who actually organized the event.
Oh,
Aww.
all right.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Well, the next one says, Tony is right. That's an old phrase, which is the talk to my back, my face is engaged. Yeah. Absolutely. I remember, like I said yesterday.
Andre, we must be living under a
I
rock.
think so. Yes. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, this person says, good morning, guys. As an employer, these holidays are really biting. No productivity, as Andre said, of course, but we will still have to pay all these overheads, including salaries for that day.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah. So I think Massey probably said, we've had enough, man. We've had enough.
Let's make some money.
Oh, gosh. Yes. All right. At 10:32, Barbara Augustin says, my favorite people, good morning. Always a pleasure listening to Rev-Up. Thank you, Barbara.
Babs.
All right. Thanks for accepting my call. I guess, the eyesight not great, so he figured he want to contribute. So he says, Andre, what is Mr. Elwin St. Rose political symbol? Good interview. He sounds good.
Yes, he did. He did sound good. For true. But as an independent candidate, can you have a symbol?
Yes, to me, you don't have to have a symbol.
Yeah.
I think they
Unless you have a party. Unless you have a party.
party,
I think.
But
believe.
if you
Oh, yeah,
somebody
yeah,
needs
vote-
to
they're voting for you.
Yeah.
So good question, my friend. He's going to be here next week, Monday,
Right.
same time. So we'll be taking calls.
Okay.
So
All right.
who has the key?
Okay.
right.
So definitely next week, Monday, you'll have an opportunity to call in and ask all those questions. Yes, we're more talking about crime and so on this morning. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Tony.
All right, this next one reads, good morning, guys. This is the job of the top cops and not the little constable out there. Blessings to all. You know what? Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. Good morning, Rev-Up family. Keena, you're becoming like Andre, naive.
I wasn't ready.
All
Oh gosh.
right.
And it continues. If the police commissioner really wanted to solve the suspicious death of Tyson, he would have asked the French government for help, but he has already said they can handle it. No outside help. And we go to the next one. In my humble opinion, if a group could bypass the government to get the law of God changed, I believe the Rasta community should do the same in regards to the legislation or legalization of marijuana.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Why does cabinet have a say in one and not in the other? The Rasta community should be knocking on Mr. Innocent's door. All now so.
Mr. Innocent, who's that person?
Isn't it one of the one of the lawyers?
Oh, maybe the special prosecutor.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Most likely.
Okay.
And I think do we have an ombudsman here as well? We're supposed to have one. I don't know if we have one. If we do, I don't think we know his name or her name. Yeah, an ombudsman.
I think we should have one.
That's another important
It's an
post.
important position. Huh? I was thinking so long I haven't heard about an ombudsman.
That's true.
Andrea, I wonder if they made that position redundant. Serious?
Maybe even if there's somebody there. Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right. So the is it? Let me see the birthday man who sent this. Okay. Anyway, the person just says, "Thank you guys." Oh. Okay. Thank you guys very much. I'm listening.
Is that Jola?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not Joella.
Oh, I mean our
maybe the
friend.
frequency.
Not frequency.
They just said thank you. They're listening.
Yeah.
Our friend who's in the voice note.
Oh,
Exactly.
you're welcome, sweetie.
Right. Okay. So that's that. Let's move on to the next one. Keena, I agree. Mental health problems is something we don't give enough attention to. Thank God for Andre and the doctors who try to educate, but this is a serious issue that we ignore. Andre, please bring back Dr. Julius on the show.
Yes, he'll be back. He'll be back for sure. As a matter of fact, Tony and Keena and our listeners, he was actually talking to me about having his own show.
Oh,
yeah, we
great.
actually spoke about that.
All right.
So let's see what happens.
Good vibes. And Josiane, good morning to you. She says, good morning, Rev-Up family.
Good morning, Josiane.
Nice to have you here with us, Josiane.
Hey, Josie.
Hope the interference is not too bad.
Good job. I actually explained to her yesterday. I called her and told her what was happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Andrea, as soon as I got into my vehicle this morning, started it, that was that.
That was that.
The interference was,
Wow.
yeah. And I'm like, Josie, I understand what you're going through. If what I'm hearing in my vehicle.
Was music playing at the time?
No, it's just a lot of talk for now. There's a lot of talk for now on well, now it's official, so we could say it.
St. Lucia FM.
St. Lucia
Lucia
FM.
FM.
Yes, a lot of talk programs,
Yeah.
information programs.
I think they
so
said they want to have 100% music, St. Lucian music.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But for
Yeah,
now, it's a lot of GIS stuff, Yeah. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right. So the next one reads, good morning, guys. Tony, you need to shout out people listening. Your St. Lucian listeners in Nicaragua.
Yeah, yes. I remember we got a shout out from somebody in Nicaragua recently, right? Was it last week?
Right.
Yes. What's the person's name again?
The person, let me see if the one before that heard it today.
Okay, so I guess no name mentioned.
No, your listener is in Pearl Lagoon, Jules, aka, okay, there it is. Jules, aka Tap J.
Wow.
Hi, Jules, a.k.a. Tap
hello,
J.
Jules. Yes, sir.
All right. The next one reads, good morning, guys. Once again, keep up the good work. The #1 radio station in the country. Very informative. Tony, once again, thank you for Saturday. The guys working with me was over the moon because they were hearing songs they had never heard before and couldn't believe this was music from the Caribbean, especially St. Lucia. Keep making us proud in the diaspora. Keep up the good work, guys.
I agree.
Thank you
Yes.
very much for that.
Yeah, bravo to you, Tony.
Thank
Bravo.
you.
Thank you very much. And this last one reads, blessed love to the Rev-Up crew. TP, KK, AP, have a blessed, wonderful day and a productive week. Andre, you look good for your age. Met at courts.
Oh, Oh yes, yes, I remember who. Yeah, I remember one of my listeners. Yeah, first time I was actually meeting her.
Okay.
Yes. She calls all the time. She has a very, very gentle voice.
Okay, so she calls the talk show.
Yeah, she does. She does. One of the few people who talks about Gaza with me.
Oh,
One of the few.
a female.
A female, yes.
Ah, interesting. All right. So, again, welcome back, Joella. But not yet. We'll get to Joella shortly. Sharon Peter kicked things off saying good morning. Morning to the Rev-Up.
Morning,
Good morning.
Sharon.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Sharon.
Wishing you all the best, and thank you so much for your support. Tony, I believe Sharon has been with us as well since
Yes.
we started, right?
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. And
Every
makes
day.
it
Wow.
known that she is there. She
Bravo,
ain't playing
Sharon.
that.
Bravo.
And Andre
bravo.
throughout the day.
Wow, amazing.
Throughout the day.
Once I play Lucky Dube, I get a message from her
right away. Yeah. You know?
Lucky Dube.
Yeah, man. So she continues by saying, good morning to the staff, patrons, and beautiful Sharon at the swim shop in South Jersey.
I agree. I
Good
agree.
morning, guys.
Blow your own trumpet.
Yeah, man, yeah. Play the whole orchestra.
The whole orchestra.
All right, Sharon. Good one.
And of course, to Pius Snappy, yeah, man. He says, good morning.
Pius is another one, right, Tony? He's been there with us.
That's right. That's the
And it's
that's
his
the
birthday today,
boy.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Right.
Happy
Correct.
birthday. Happy birthday. Mwah.
All right.
Oh, by the way, hey, Pius, we celebrating our birthday the same month, man.
That's right.
Yeah, yes. My
That's
birthday
right.
this month.
Yes. He is close to opening and you're closing. That's all I'll say.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
By the way, I ordered my cake already, Tony.
Ah,
Yeah,
you
man.
good
You
boy.
good boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
So-
Things nice.
When Marie did Tony's cake, she put a bottle of Hennessy.
Yes.
Yeah. So she asked me if she should put bottled water on mine.
I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same. I'm thinking, what will she put in there?
Bottled water.
I'm sure she'll
yeah.
surprise you. What did you say?
No, I didn't. I just laughed. I just
She'll
laughed.
surprise
It was
you.
funny. It was really funny. Yeah, man.
She'll
So
surprise
Tony got a bottle of Hennessy, a small bottle, a real one, eh? Right?
Yes,
Tony?
yes, very real, very real.
and it's expensive, right? Hennessy.
Hennessy is expensive, yeah. It's one of those expensive drinks.
I wonder why it's so expensive. Why is that, Tony?
You know the levels. You know what I mean? The levels, like
So is it does it taste nicer, sweeter,
Smoother.
smoother? What's the
yes, you can say that. Then it's nicer, it's smoother, you know, and it's just one of those expensive. Okay, for example, like,
so that's like a contrast to white rum.
oh, big time, big time.
Oh.
You know, that's what I was talking about. The levels. You have
So-
the white rum, who is just you get $2 a shot, that kind of thing. You know.
So white rum basically burns your throat basically when you take that.
You betcha.
So what does
you can
Hennessy
light
do?
fire with that. You can use that to light a fire. White rum. What?
Imagine that.
But people say it's more pure. Yeah.
So the Hennessy that goes down smooth.
Supposedly, yes.
Supposedly,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. So does it? Actually taste like alcohol?
Yes, it does.
And does it burn your throat?
Yes, it does. It's just that the burn is a nice-ish burn.
All right.
You know,
all right.
and it doesn't last. For example,
Okay.
you throw it down and it burns the throat a little bit,
Mm.
and you go like, okay.
And what
Okay.
do you chase it? Do you chase it with anything?
For me, everybody have the difference in the chasers and what they like to chase their alcohol with. For me, the best chaser for Hennessy is cranberry juice.
Mm.
And I
Cranberry
found
just
that
has
out.
Okay, well, I don't drink.
You're right.
so I'm
I
trying.
found that out with, gosh, I hope I remember his name. He was here. Radio St. Lucia brought him down the time I worked there. A reggae artist.
Mm.
Yeah, the guy who sings I can't believe I forget the man name. But his name will eventually come back to me.
Mm.
All right, and I saw his mix was Hennessy with
cranberry juice.
and I tried
And
it.
that's okay.
I tried it, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So there's a lovely chase of Hennessy, you know. If loving you is wrong, I don't want the reggae version. Glenn Washington.
Washington.
I think
Oh,
eventually
okay.
I'd get his name. Yeah, Radio St. Lucia brought him down, and we had a blast, man. Really, really. As a matter of fact, I'll mention the name of the place where we went to, Kibby's.
Ah,
We
okay.
relaxed at
Okay.
Kibby's, and there was a nice little place inside there, a VIP kind of place,
Mhm.
and we just enjoyed ourselves with Glenn Washington.
Yeah. All right. let's continue.
All right, so Sharon came back again and says, "Good morning, Akama, in France." So
Oh,
she's
yes.
giving a big shout out.
morning,
Akama.
Akama.
Good morning to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it afternoon? I'm not sure. In France, probably.
Afternoon for
It should be,
sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
afternoon time.
They're 6 hours ahead. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
England is
Okay.
5. They're 6. Spain is also 6. Notice I'm doing this, right?
Yeah.
Because of the football.
You know, Tony, I spent a week in France.
France, yes.
And I saw only one homeless person. And the man was so well dressed. So well dressed. I say, yeah. Just one.
Paris, right?
Yeah. I was in the city. I was in the city.
Clean city, man. All right. So Lucita Jean-Pierre. Hi, Lucita. Good morning to you.
Hey,
She
Lucita.
Hi, Lucita. Good morning.
She says, "Good morning, Andre and beautiful Keena. Jerome, you went down in the where? Lucita, in the Mang, MALH on Saturday. Love it, my friend. Wonderful, my buddy.
Where's that, Tony? You went on where?
MALH. I'm sure it's Mang, MALH.
MALH. You went down into the MALH.
Lucita, send something quick to let us know what it is.
AI. That must be AI saying what it was.
It must be, you know. Yeah, and I cannot figure out what she probably wanted to write.
What did you go on Saturday?
What I said was you spent Saturday with your significant other.
Oh.
That's what I
Okay.
said.
Lucita? Oh, boy.
Yeah. Sharon also giving a big shout out to JP Mihal in Martinique. Buongiorno.
All right, JP Mihal.
Right. Christine Shallery says, "Blessed Monday to all. Have a nice day." Thank you, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
And Sharon is at it again. She says, "Tim, my friend, I said I would give you a shout out. I see you smiling." So that's a Tim person that she
Okay.
gave a nice shout out to.
All right, Tim.
Pearl Food Baby Henry says, "Good morning and a beautiful Monday to the Rev-Up St. Lucia crew and all in the chat room." That's Pearl Food Baby Henry. Sharon giving me a big shout out, Tony. Yes. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you always. Elvin J, Team Workers. The eyes have it.
Oh,
The eyes have it
Elvin,
as
good
always.
morning.
Yeah, man. That's his symbol. So if he had to go up for elections, that would be
The eyes.
the eyes.
Watching you.
Julian Leonard says, "Watching from St. John's, Antigua."
Yeah, my partner.
Hi, Julian.
My
Good
partner,
morning.
Julian. Yes, I hope all is well. Hope all is well.
Yes. Good morning, Cynthia Hines. Cynthia says, "Yes, Tony, you are right. Talk to my back. My face is engaged."
Morning, Cynthia. Cynthia is in Canada, by the way.
Okay. Then Lucita came back and says, "Good morning, everyone on the live Radio Garden. Share the link. Big up Pato Rigobert, Zepho, D. Francis, Obeis, and the Queen, Joella Yard. Enjoy your vacation, my friend."
Yes.
So Lucita knows that
Yes.
Joella is here.
Okay, and let's say good morning to Charmaine, our friend Charmaine. Hope you're doing okay, Charmaine.
That's right. That's right. All right. Julian Leonard came back again and says, "Good morning, Rev Up family." Followed by Martha's Shop. Bonjour, bonjour, Mr. Andre, Mr. Tony, and lovely Keena.
Yeah, our
Blessed,
friends.
Wonderful day
At
at
Martha's Shop.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Martha's Shop. You and the entire staff at Marshall, and they in Mon Repos. Yes, I. Okay, so it's a pleasure hearing from you. Yeah, I have to say bravo, bravo to have a shop in that community there. I can imagine it's very, very challenging. So you have to say bravo. Because remember, the community is not knocking, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you go into the city, our city here, there's a lot of activity. So that takes a lot of strength, boy, to have a business there. Wow, bravo to you.
And keep it up. All right. Peacemaker says, "Good morning, my loving Rev Up family. Andre, Tony, and Princess Keena. God's blessings to you three. Stay blessed and be safe."
You as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you,
Good
Peacemaker.
well.
morning, Peacemaker. How you doing?
Lucita Jean-Pierre, "Talk to my back, my face is engaged." That phrase is usually, especially when you argue with someone. That's true too. Yeah.
But you can argue more.
I was just having some fun. It was not an argument. It was just a little fun. The thought came to my mind. I'm like, look at that, you know. Talk to my back. My face is engaged.
It
Yeah,
looked
man.
pretty cool, actually.
Huh?
It looked pretty cool.
But when I give you my
Yeah,
back.
and you went like,
Tony, I don't know how you're supposed to take that up. That's your back.
Yeah.
That's your back.
Andre, that was a serious diss back in the day.
not right
No,
now.
Tony, but what I'm saying, Tony,
Oh, how she?
I don't know how to take that. I like how you should take that. Because normally you give her your face.
That's true.
Right, and then you give her your back today and she says, "You're looking good."
Oh my gosh, you guys, Andre. Oh my goodness. Lord help me.
Oh, gosh.
Lord help me.
I thought to my grandfather, so help me. All right, talking about back right, Lucita. I just read that. Roger Phillip, welcome and good morning. There's
morning,
a long
Roger.
weekend almost every month in Canada, aka family weekends. That's what Roger says. I guess Roger lives in Canada.
All right, Roger.
All right. Followed by Nancy Graceland. Good morning, my favorite people. Thank God Keena got rid of the cap.
You see, Keena, you see? I tell you.
Yes. And she continues. Tony, I can tell. No drinking on the weekend because you're glowing. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, that's Lucita, right?
Nope.
Oh.
That one is Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Nancy always giving us
How
a
are
little
you,
trouble.
Nancy?
You see, the two of them give the most trouble that Andre even mixing them up. Nancy does give a lot of trouble.
Nancy
let me
can
tell
be
you.
a firecracker at times,
What?
but she's super cool.
Yeah. All right. Now, Lucita came back and says, Jerome, did you share the link? I'm sharing you are the CEO and you're not sharing? That's not business. Again, beta, Lucita. All right. She says, good morning, my darling. Referring to who she's referring to there. Anyway.
That's Lucita again?
Yes, she was just saying good morning, my
By the way,
darling, meaning...
Is she married?
Maybe not. Because of the Jean-Pierre name, I think that's her family name.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe she's not really married.
All right.
Lucita, Andrea looking to see if you're married. Peacemaker says, good morning to all who are watching and listening to our loving brothers and sister. Let's always pray for Rev-Up family to ask God to keep them under his wings. Love you all who is watching and listening. Oh, that's so sweet,
That's so
Peacemaker.
sweet.
That's
Kisses.
wonderful.
Mwah.
Yeah, man. Martha Shop is back. Martha Shop's Spire Snappy. Yeah, man. Best wishes. Cheers to more life, love, and blessings. Peacemaker says, good morning, my sister, Lucita Jean-Pierre. How are you doing, honey? God's blessings to you, sister. That's from Peacemaker. Peacemaker continued. Andre, you are instigated. You're instigated, my brother.
Or instigating, maybe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So Nancy came back and says, Andre, sometimes the guy is not your cup of tea, but if you keep drinking a tea you don't care about, you eventually acquire the taste and become addicted to it.
Good one, Nancy.
Oh gosh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. You know, Nancy, go get him, Nancy. Lilia Victor just says, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Lilia.
Morning, Lilia.
Morning, Lilia.
All the best to you.
Alexandrine Lisa says, good morning, Rev-Up family. Paul Brothers and Keena, blessful weekend. Thank you,
Good morning,
Alexandrine. Peacemaker, too many 97. Too many 97. Oh, okay, too many 97. Whenever there is many apples on a bunch, one will spoil the rest. Yeah, so a lot of 97, 97.1, 97. Everybody wanted 97.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elita Flavius, just emojis laughing. Joella Yard, here we go. She is back.
All right, Joella.
So her
Welcome back.
first take was this. Good morning, Kiki. My enemy Tony and my friend Andre. So Kiki, you're not responding to your messages.
You sent me a message, Jojo? Let me check.
I like that, Joella. That's
Welcome
so fine.
back, Jojo.
We just happy to have you back.
Kisses. Mwah.
I waited for the last one. You know what I mean? All right. So Joella went further to say, Lucita Jean-Pierre, for me, I'm having the time of my life. Good morning. Joella, you have to visit us. No, sorry. You have to visit the enemy. You have to visit moi. Then that's like Keena's moi. You have to visit moi.
You better send a kiss, though.
You know?
You can't just say just like that.
Mwah.
Blow it. Oh, that's not good enough.
I can't do that. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right, 28 past the hour. Let's continue to roll through the shout-outs. Elita Flavio says, good morning, Andre. You have me cracking up.
Okay.
Peacemaker.
I don't know which part.
Yeah.
Maybe the finger cutting, maybe?
Maybe so. Yes. Andre, you can't plant apples and get mango. She should be looking like mama. Oh gosh. Elita Flavia says, amen, Andre. Peacemaker, Tony, I wouldn't say crazy. Only God knows. God is watching and taking note. What comes around goes around in circles. Joella Yard, Keena, please stop dreaming. Vern God is no different from the others.
Oh, you think?
Joella.
I'm hoping he's not.
She continues, did you hear what happened to the 3 of the cases pertaining to the police women? Moving.
Yeah, Andre.
Yeah, that's
Andre
there. Yeah.
Parker.
All right. That's Joella. Peacemaker says, good morning, Joe. How are you? Monday blessings to you and family. Stay blessed and be safe. Then Joella came back and says, justice for Kimberly and the other police officers. Vern God must go. She is very much back.
Yes, who's back?
She's back.
Alexandria and Lisa say police for police. Joella says, Peacemaker, my doo-doo, good morning. Thanks.
Oh,
Wish you the
look at
same.
them.
You likewise.
Ooh, I
It's
love
been
that.
a while. That's what Joella says.
I love that.
Nancy Graceland, Andre, if you're not satisfied, my dear, keep speaking on it the same way you speak on Gaza. That's Nancy. I tell you, Nancy, I bet.
Yeah, I agree with Nancy too.
Joella says, Keena, wake up and smell the coffee.
Joella, you're back.
She
You're
is
real
so
back.
back. She is so back.
She is so back.
Yes, had Alita Flavius cracking up.
I can imagine, right?
Yes. Peacemaker, amen, and amen to that, Keena. It's going to stop hunting. It's going to stop hunting whoever it is. One day, it will come to light. He or she will share with one person that is going to explode. All right, Allison Georges says, well, it's time to call as is you. All right, well, it's time to call as is you 3. It's called corruption. Okay. Anyway, Lucita Jean-Pierre says, Joella, nice. Joella Yard, nice. Joella says, the entire police force needs to be at Dayglow, including the Minister for Crime. Oh, gosh, you are back. Peacemaker says, Andre, someone has a key. Even before the person chooses to do this, God has a question for her or him or he or she. Just wait patiently. That's from Peacemaker. Lucita says,
Yeah, peace.
Papa bon Dieu. And they certainly see lack of trust from the top to the bottom. Sad. Cleopatra Antoine says, in another country, another country, some people would have resigned or be fired. Peacemaker says,
Yeah, over that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's true. They are there listening to you all. They're there listening to you all, and even me texting, they're watching. Joella Yard says, Grosile or Miku Andre. Siobhan Matre with a face emoji there. Peacemaker Andre, I still ask for a position for you, honey, to take on these cases. We deserve answers. The family needs answers. Too many criminal organizations out there. Peacemaker continued, well, for me, I respect everyone's choices. We're not perfect. Who am I to judge? Man and man, woman and woman. That's their choice. I respect them, period. Melanie Destine says, good morning, everyone. Peacemaker says, Keena, all we have to do is pray for these people. Temptation is not easy. We have to embrace each other, embrace them, talk to them. Worst scenario is when you be yourself, when you're alone. Prayer is the key to every door, every heart. Love this. Love the children, cherish them. I love you all.
Thank you for chiming in.
Mervyn Shalry, good morning, everyone. Joella Yard, you
Morning,
talk
Mervyn.
too much, Andre, with an endless laughing emojis. Luisita Jean-Pierre, happy birthday. Pia Snappy, yeah, man. Birthday blessings. Peacemaker says, happy birthday to Brother P. Blessings to you. Stay blessed. I don't know you, but enjoy the day. You don't know what tomorrow brings. That's very well said.
Thank you.
Lucita Jean-Pierre said, even pictures taken. Mervyn Shallery. Andre, to me, you had homework on Friday and you didn't do it. Anthony Mondesi says some heads have to roll in that police department. Anthony Mondesi continues, disappearance of evidence is unacceptable.
I agree.
Someone needs to be made to answer. Pearl Amab says, good morning, guys. I am listening. Andre.
Good morning, Pearl.
Anthony Mondesi, are you guys brothers and sister? Pia Snappy, yeah, man. Anthony Mondesi, great show. Elita Flaviu says, and Anthony Mondesi, good morning to you. Anthony Mondesi responded, good morning, my friend. Peter Gillard says, where's Peter? Peter, good morning, Rev-Up listeners, viewers, and crew. I am here. Have a great day on Monday all. Elsa Hippolyte, greetings, Mr. Paul, my Paul brothers, Keena, and all in the chat room. Have
Good
an
morning,
awesome
Elsa.
day. Peter Gillard says, Tony, remember Keena? Love backs, especially stew. Look at that part. She loves backs, especially stew. So, look out, she loves your back. Joella sends kisses.
Oh, I love this.
Joella sends kisses to me, of course. And
Oh, that's great.
Joella says, not here for long. Last minute decision.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
she's
you
leaving
anyway.
on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But she may be popping in this morning. Huh? She said she may be coming.
good one,
Pay us
Jojo.
a
Can't wait to
visit.
see you. hopefully.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we gotta wrap things up because Tony's show is supposed to be 11:30.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
rev up the homegrown. Yes, I. Okay, folks, we got to wrap things up. This has been another hard drive for today, Monday, the 4th of August. Just a quick reminder that next week, Monday, God willing, the independent candidate for Answer Canaries, Mr. Elwin St. Rose, will be back here from 9 o'clock. Of course, we'll probably chat for about 20 minutes or so and then take your calls, all right? Because we didn't open the lines this morning, and I know he wanted to take some calls, and listeners wanted to chime in as well. Okay, so please stand by now. We have Tony Paul and Keena. They're going to be with you until, Tony will be with Keena until about 12:30 this afternoon. Okay. So, Keena, after that, what do you have coming up?
Scientists are now saying that we should bathe every 2 to 3 days. I'm going to tell you why.
What
The
do you
Rev-Up
think of
Solution
next?
News as well. Antigua is paying tribute to burning flames by naming a road after them and giving them diplomatic passports.
Who's going to be doing that?
Antigua.
Antigua.
The government of Antigua.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they're
for
naming-
a group to actually get that. That's really cool. Bravo.
You
Bravo.
know Porter's Main Road, Tony?
That's where they're from.
Well, they're naming that road after them.
I
They're
figured.
renaming Porter's.
I
after
figured.
them.
From the time you say they're going to name a street or a road after
Yeah.
them, must be a part of their village.
Yes.
The Potter's village
Yeah.
is where they're from.
Yeah, because they've done Antigua proud, Tony.
Actually,
Oh,
worldwide,
yes.
man.
And they've done Antigua proud, man.
Yeah.
These guys produce some real good stuff. I saw them once live.
Oh, yeah?
That's in the Grand River area. There was a disco there, and these guys were live there. That's the only time I actually saw them.
Okay.
Yeah.
See them on the road.
But
I see them
imagine,
in
huh?
St. Croix. I see them everywhere.
That night when I walked inside there, the smell of marijuana was so strong, I got a high. That was so strong.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's very, yeah.
Okay, yes. So
And the hit of the day as well. And Busta Rhymes finally got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
wow, he's still around.
Yeah,
Busta
he's still
Bus.
around, Busta
Yeah.
Rhymes, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, new research is linking gum disease to higher risk of dementia as well. So I'll touch on that too.
Gum disease, high risk of dementia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to do these days? I'm trying to use the toothpaste and not
Keep-
rinse
The rinse.
rinse the toothpaste. I'm trying my best.
Still having difficulty, right?
I have to end up swallowing some of the thing. You have to end up swallowing a little of it
Oh.
because I want to spit.
You want to spit, so you just.
So
okay,
the accumulation of the
Saliva.
and everything coming in. So I want to spit. Yeah, but
Oh.
I'll get there.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. Okay, so folks, stand by now for Rev Up the Homegrown. That's coming up next. A reminder that Hard Drive is brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove. That's important. JJ's Mangrove.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24-hour efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's,
we care.